Hey everyone, it's Sunny. This is going to be my winged eyeliner tutorial for hooded eyes. Now I've been meaning to do this for a long time. A little while back I did eyeshadow for hooded eyes and I got a lot of questions about winged eyeliner. And there's a couple of tricks to it. It's not as easy as doing liner on, I was going to say normal eyes, but that's really unfair because it's not normal eyes, it's just eyes without a hood. So we do have to pay attention and we do have to practice a little bit more than people with non-hooded eyelids. But basically I'm going to be using a couple of products. I'm going to be using the MAC Black Track Gel Liner, and I'm going to be using my Smashbox angled brush. You can use whichever way of aligning you like. You can use a pen, you can use a crayon, just make sure it's really sharp. Whatever products you like. It's more about the actual technique. I am also kind of fading the liner in towards the inner part of my eyes afterwards with MAC Black Track. You could use a black eyeshadow, or, I mean, if your liner isn't black, then using whatever kind of eyeshadow that you're doing it with. But this, for me, creates a really good base for eyeshadow, and I'm going to be actually continuing to a really kind of silver black look that I saw on Pinterest today and loved. So I'm going to kind of like continue to look on. I'll put a link to my the Pinterest picture below because I'm in love with that eyeshadow. And it's Friday and I'm not even going anywhere. I know it's sad, but I'm juicing. I can't go out to dinner or go out for a drink. I'm kind of just, you know, making fresh juices. But I feel like a little bit of an amazing eye, so I'm going to do that after. Quick example of liner gone wrong on a hooded eye. When I open my eyes, you can see that the liner completely disappears. There's just a little rat tail and no wing at all. Now people have varying degrees of hooded eyes. Mine aren't necessarily super severe, so you can see part of my eyelid. Sometimes, especially with Asian women, you have like that monolid effect where there is no crease, but you also, it's very difficult to see liner at all. But I use a very similar technique on Asian women when I'm doing their makeup. And also we tend to get more, our eyelids tend to get more hooded as we get older. So this works great with that as well. On, I would say, if you've got very mature eyelids and they are really drooping over, try to resist doing this a lot because that does distort the shape of the eyeliner. So the more you can kind of keep your face neutral and work with what you see straight in the mirror, and then at certain points kind of do the classic this when we do eyeliner, it just helps you get the shape a lot better. But yeah, this is not a long tutorial, it's actually a really simple trick, so I'm just gonna get started. I start off just very normally aligning the eye. Go all the way to the inner corner as well, if you like. But just basically doing a very normal liner. Then in the outer corner, you just look how far you can take the kitten wing. So where your hood actually kind of folds in. So that is as far as you can line. So this is obviously going to be different for everybody depending on your hood. For me, it's even different depending on the two eyes. So for me, this is as far as I can take this little kitten liner without going into the hood of the eye. It depends on your own kind of shape of your hooded eye on how far along you can wing it. But for me, this is it. So looking straight ahead with your hood kind of clearly visible for yourself, just draw a line where you want the wing to go. Now, because I have a hood, there's a little gap in between here. Don't worry about that. Then you're going to draw another line that kind of goes all the way to your hood, where you want the wing to be. So you're kind of drawing a little triangle. So that will essentially be the wing. And before you do anything else, just check that the wing is kind of where you want it to be from different angles, and then we're going to start filling in the shape. So now from where you drew the line in, we are going to connect it down. And then you're going to fill it in, and then we're going to start refining the shape. Just fill in the whole bit with your liner. Now the bottom edge is still jagged because we drew that line over. So look down, and I tend to kind of go down a little bit like this because it will compensate a lot better for the hood. And keep looking straight and down so that you can see it from all angles, so you know kind of which part of the liner you need to play around with more. I just had to go in and put on some mascara. I couldn't stand the look of myself with liner without mascara. It just looks weird. But yeah, that's basically how I do when I want to have a winged eyeliner, like a really winged eyeliner look on myself. Now, I don't just do the eyeliner. Usually I'll add some black eyeshadow and kind of fade it in. So I'll show you the next part of it, but this by no means is essentially kind of part of the liner anymore. I'm just using some MAC background and my MAC, what is this? 213 brush. And all I do is I go onto the edge of the liner and I just start fading it towards the middle part of the eye. And now this becomes a really good base for eyeshadows. So now I normally just kind of do a lighter shadow on the lid and then just kind of fade in a powder shadow on top. So that's all there is to it. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think. It does require a little bit of practice. It's not necessarily the easiest thing to do on hooded eyes, but there is a way around hooded eyes and winged eyeliner. So have a great weekend, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.